Malik Rose has been problems down low when he's only had one man defensively. He has not been able to be stopped. Good pick by Jimmy Rulo on the baseline. Barnes not able to fight around it in time. And when Rose has got it down there with only one man on him, he's been unstoppable. Strong inside player, listed at 6'7", but really only 6'5". Now again, Rose, it's Rose that gets to the baseline, takes it away. Big defensive play. Both ends of the floor, Rose is having a huge presence in.
4 fouls on Arena. Collins is already fouled out for Maine. They're tied at 72. Drexel with the ball. 3:47 remaining. They have Overby at the point now with Holden, Rulo, Whistler, and Rose. Holden, 3 out of 12 tonight. Still cold. Rose kept the rebound alive for Overby.
Drexel in the double bonus if they are fouled.
Whistler got it. That's 3.
If you're Maine, you want a good shot. No reason to force it. You don't have to commit yourself to a 3 at this point.
Arena goes for 3 and gets it. Casey Arena matching the 3 by Whistler. He has 12, 11 in the second half. What a game this has been. The North Atlantic Conference Championship tied at 75, under 3 minutes remaining. They go to Rose, bouncing off Bouchard. It rattled out. Rebound Hunt.
Well, the story's been Rose for Drexel and Arena for Maine. Inside versus outside.
75 all. 2:20 remaining. Blocked the call. Ed Jones went on the drive. And Malik Rose called for his 3rd foul.
That's Malik Rose. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Ordinarily, you don't see a big guy not afraid to step in there. Rose not in time. Jones picking up the foul. Ordinarily, the big guys want to block and contend everything, but Rose not afraid to try to get in position to pick up the charge.
Big free throws for Ed Jones, the senior from Rockford, Illinois, hoping that he's not playing in his last game in a Maine uniform. Maine leads by 1. Jones now 2 for 4 from the line tonight. He has 10 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks. Second one is short. Rebounded by Hunt, who drops it in.
Huge mental mistake and lapse that time for Drexel. That's the second time Maine is converted out of the free throw, a missed free throw.
And Bill Harrion calls for a timeout. Maine by 3 will return to the NAC Championship right after this.
Is there?
Bill Harrion has 2 timeouts remaining. Maine has 3 timeouts left with 2:07 left to be played. Each team will shoot 2 free throws on every foul the rest of the way. The arrow favors Drexel. Drexel will have the ball to inbound.
Maine has been led in the second half by Casey Arena, who has had 11 points. Not been afraid to take the big shot, but inside they'll look for Bouchard to try to get in the way of Malik Rose, who's been the offensive story for Drexel.
Big part of the story, the second chance points for Maine, despite the presence of the 4th leading rebounder in the country, Drexel's Malik Rose. Overby on the floor with Holden at the guards, Rulo, Whistler, and Rose up front for Drexel. Whistler, their best 3-point shooter at time, got it!
Sean, that's the second big 3 he's hit in the last couple of minutes.
Four for 6 from 3-point range tonight is Mike Whistler. He has 18 points. Maine calls timeout. The Black Bears have 2 remaining. 78 all, 1:37 to be played. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, ESPN2 will broadcast NHL games featuring the great one, Wayne Gretzky of the Los Angeles Kings. He's just 4 goals from breaking Gordie Howe's all-time record for career goals scored. You can see him Tuesday at 10:30 against the Ottawa Senators, and Wednesday against the Southern California rivals, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks from the pond, also at 10:30 Eastern Time. If you are not currently receiving ESPN2, call your local cable company.
Out of the timeout, Drexel is able to convert. Whistler wide open. And again, that's the second time down the stretch he has converted from that right wing beyond the three-point line.
He's another senior who doesn't want this to be his final collegiate game. Bill Harrion said if his team lost, he felt they had a good chance at an NIT bid. They'd be 24-5 in the latest ratings power index, the RPI, that the NCAA tournament committee uses. They were 59th in the country, was Drexel, so he thinks they have a good chance at an NIT bid. Rudy Keeling wasn't so sure. Just underway in the WAC. The 8-9 game there. .78 all here. Maine with the ball as we approach a minute and a half remaining. Arena guarded by Overby.
Look for the penetration of Casey Arena in some format.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. With 5, Hersey shoots short, rebounded by Whistler. Timeout, Drexel. The Dragons with 1 remaining.
Timeout.
Will return in just a moment. Sean McDonough with John Albright back at the Physical Education Athletic Center on the campus of Drexel University in Philadelphia for the 2nd straight year. This is the site of the North Atlantic Conference Championship game. And like last year, this one's been a dandy, tied at 78 with 1:07 remaining. Drexel with 1 timeout left. Maine has 2. Drexel will inbound with 28 seconds on the shot clock.
Rose and Bouchard already going at it down low. Both teams in the double bonus if there is a foul.
And a nickel and dimer against Hunt as he reached over Rulo. 2nd foul on Terry Hunt.
That is his 2nd personal foul.
And Rulo will shoot 2. That is not the kind of touch foul that Rudy Keeling was expecting. Hersey back into the game for Ramon Jones. Rulo has not scored in this half. He's a 70% free throw shooter. Has 12 points tonight. He still has not scored. We're still tied at 78 with 1:01 remaining.
Shot off the back iron. That means adrenaline. If you scoot back about 3 or 4 inches, that takes the adrenaline out of the shot.
Well, they've been down on the second one. Drexel leads by 1 with a minute to go.
It takes us out of the overtime look unless there's a foul.
They went to overtime a week and a half ago here. Arena, terrible pass, fielded by Overby, and he was fouled by Ed Jones. And that's the 5th on Jones. And Maine wants a timeout. Down by 1 with 48 seconds remaining. Collins has fouled out for the Black Bears. Now Jones has with 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Arena has been playing with 4 fouls. Bouchard has 3.
Sean, that last pass, that's a high-risk play. There's still plenty of time. You know you can't play Arena as close as you'd like to because if you foul them, they're in the double bonus, so you got to give them a little bit of room, and instead they go for the high-risk pass and they come up empty.
About the only mistake Arena has made here in the second half.
Now Bill Harrion wants his head clock to run. Rudy Keeling with 48 seconds, still plenty of time, only 1 down. Worst case, they'd be 3 down. If he makes both free throws, still 1 possession game.
When this one is over, we'll send you to Sports Center. Dan Patrick and Gary Miller standing by. 1.5 highlights they'll bring you. The Knicks and the Hawks. They'll talk about the Suns scoring spree, and they'll tell you what happened to Bobby Knight tonight. Overby at the line. Just a 65% free throw shooter. Short with the first of the two.
Drexel's had some opportunity to put some distance between themselves and Maine, not converting.
He made the second. 5 points for Overby. 2-point lead for Drexel. 45 seconds remaining. Arena nearly threw it away. Good save by Hersey. Arena, they wanted to foul on the Maine bench. There was none. Overby was fouled. The crowd didn't realize the foul came before the foul. The foul did not count. Overby's going to go to the line to shoot two.
That huddle kind of tells you everything about this game. Drexel, they can feel it. The goal is now within sight. 31 seconds separate Bill Arian and his team's trip to the big dance. However, still plenty of time, and Drexel has missed some free throws to keep Maine in the game.
It's still a one-possession game. If Overby makes this one, Maine will need to touch it twice. Overby 4 out of 5 from the line. He made it. 2 huge free throws. Maine down 4. Arena down the lane, blocked by Rose. Loose ball, controlled by Rulo.
Out of bounds. And they call timeout.
Rose signaled for a timeout.
Not a timeout. Looked like it almost went out of bounds earlier, but Rose with a heads up play quickly gets the timeout. Happened in the corner, and the fans blocking our view of that far corner. Key now for Drexel, getting the ball cleanly in bounds. And if you're Maine, you go for the steal. If you don't come up with it, you got to foul immediately. Take a hard, aggressive effort to try to come up with a steal. If not, you must foul quickly.
Maine and number 14, Mark Schmidt also returns. Timeouts remaining, Drexel 0. Maine.
Drexel has to get the ball in. They can't use a timeout if they struggle with the inbound pass. Big play in this game was moments ago when the lead was 2 for Drexel, and Maine had the ball. Arena was surrounded at the free throw line. The Maine bench thought he was fouled here. It wound up as a steal, and it looked like a clean steal. Whistler simply knocked it out of his hand.
Whistler knocked it away. Arena a little unsure of himself. He was hesitant on the first pass over to Hersey before that. And Overby's made a couple of big plays down the stretch for Drexel, and still a little too early to get revved up for the big dance.
They're not there yet. Up by 4 with 22 seconds remaining.
What Bill Arian was diagramming was getting the ball away from the corners with still plenty of options for the recipient of the inbounds pass.
Overby trying to inbound. He got it in to Holden. They need a quick foul. They don't get it.
Boy, Rose is wide open, but smart play by Holden. No reason they lost 4 seconds when Holden was able to break out of the pack. No foul. You can read Bill Arian's lips. He wants that clock to run. He's got a 4-point lead, and he's got a couple free throws coming.
Holden's had a tough shooting night, but he does have 10 assists. Again, that's the menu. Seconds ahead on SportsCenter. 2 free throws for Brian Holden. He's been perfect from the line tonight. 6 out of 6. He has 14 points in the game. Timeout called by Maine.
Maine calls timeout. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to remain in your seats shortly after the final.
Bill Arian said the shame of it is if we lose this game tonight, everybody will say we've had a disappointing season despite the school record 24 wins, despite the first back-to-back 20-win seasons in school history. The program has gotten to the point where they have to take the next step to the NCAA tournament after being denied the last 2 years in the conference championship game. They're 18 seconds away.
He understands the cruel realities of success. Each time you win, it goes to that next plane. What have you done lately?
Drexel's only been to the NCAA tournament once, the 85-86 season.
If they make the second free throw, it's still a 6-point game, which is 2 possessions, so that's enough time for Maine. Not a lot, any opportunity for a miss. They've got to convert quickly, but 18 seconds, still enough time. But everything has to happen just perfectly for Maine. Drexel, no more timeouts. Maine has one, so they can hit a 3, quickly call timeout, and set up their defense.
It's a NAC attack.
But this is the closest, and this is the first time in the waning seconds that Drexel has been in a position the last 2 years, and now this the third year, to win it all. They've been playing from behind, so they understand what Maine's going through.
Second free throw upcoming. Six-point lead, 18 seconds remaining. Percy needs to launch the 3, long with it. Rose had his hands on it, couldn't control. Bouchard launches a 3, didn't get it. Rebound Overby, and he's fouled with 6 seconds left.
Look at the coach coming out at Bill Harriet. Great year for Maine, though. Predicted 5th or 6th, middle of the pack in the conference. Finish second, get to the championship game.
Moments ago, Bill Harriet looking for a little help with the second free throw by Holden. Drexel not a good free throw shooting team. They've made all the key free throws down the stretch.
And again for Maine, an outstanding season. They have no reason to hang their heads. Great year. But Drexel finally going to let it happen.
Arena traveled. What had been a great second half has suddenly come apart for Casey Arena. School record 20 wins for Maine. Now they'll have to wait on an NIT possibility. The third time is a charm for Drexel. The Dragons have the NAC, and they're in the NCAA tournament. And look out, John, because here they come from all angles. Congratulations to Drexel for John Albright. Sean McDonough saying so long. Stay tuned for Sports Center.
The automatic bid for the NCAA tournament. We'll have our award ceremonies in just a few moments. Remain in your seats, if you would.
ESPN's exclusive coverage of NCAA basketball has been brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Isuzu, makers of incredible four-wheel drives. By Sea-Doo Watercraft, for fun on the water. Everybody's doing it. Sea-Doo. And by Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars.